Hi everyone, welcome to The Architect. My name is Edward Mugo and this is The Architect. Now, last show we talked about the structural engineer. We've seen in the first show how the architect comes into play. The structural engineer comes and puts up and makes sure your building doesn't collapse. Today we're going to talk about the quantity surveyor. Who is this professional? What does he do? It's important we realize what a QS does, as they're commonly known, because he's an important player or she's an important player in the building team. And QSs wear many hats. One of the key hats they wear is they're the legal brains, they're the contract managers in a project. They are the custodians of the documents that form the contract. These documents would include the drawings, would include this document called the Bill of Quantities, would include the contracts that have been signed between the various parties, and they would be the advisors to the team and to the client about which clauses have been broken or where we need to write a letter of, or they need to advise where it is the MC, who is the main contractor, needs to get letters depending on whether he's late or he's delaying his works. They work hand in hand with the architect. And for today, I'm going to just give you a little bit of what they do. Bills of quantities is a document I'm sure you've heard many times. What is contained in a bill of quantities? A bill, or the bills as we call them, are the contract documents for any works that we undertake as a building team. Within the BQ would have what we call a form of tender. Form of tender is a summary page outlining the client, the project, the costs. It would also have the security of tender, meaning that the performance, the guarantee or insurance for the project is contained in this document. It contains what we call the preambles and the conditions of the contract. These are very important, the instruments in a contract that define various wordings, various personnel, various ways of delegation of duties. It gives us a guideline in a nutshell about how to run the project. The key thing, as it defines also the wording that is contained in the project. But bills are normally known for this type of pages. This is a tabulation of the total cost of the project. And how they do it, it's broken down to a description of the material. It's broken down to the quantity of that description of the material. And the unit could be a number, it could be a square meter, it could be a linear meter. And the rate, what the contractor is willing to charge for one square unit or 1 unit of this material. Then if you multiply now the rate, multiply it with the quantity, you come out to the amount of that item on that page. This amount is taken towards a total, and this total on every page are taken towards a total at the end of the project, which then, together with the value added tax, confirms the contract price. It is against this price that now the contractor is awarded the project to continue doing his development. Why is this document important? It is important because it's the same document which the quantity surveyor uses to do valuation. For example, if we go back to that page say any page that he has described how to apply a coat of paint over a quantity of 30 square meters, 30 linear meters, and the rate for this is 40 shillings per linear meter of the undercoat being painted. Now, during the construction period, you will find probably in month 1, the contractor would have done 5 or 10 linear meters. So the QS goes to the site, measures out, carries out what is called a valuation, and says the contractor for this month has done 10 linear meters at 40 bob. So out of these 1,200 shillings, he's going to be paid 400 out of that. The sum total of that valuation per month is what the contractor is paid, less what we call retention. Retention normally is 10% of the contract amount, of the valuation amount. So this document is very important if you're doing a project of any scale, because it guides you towards 1, the budget of the project, 2, a financial plan for a monthly costing of the project, so that if you know now you are doing, say, a block of offices and it's going to cost you 200 million, the QS can actually give you a cash flow analysis telling you month 1 we expect you to spend 10 million, month 2 we expect you to spend 8 million, month 3, and so on and so forth until the end of the project. It's an estimate. If you're doing a residential house that is costing, say, 5 million, the QS again can guide you and tell you every month you need to keep aside between 300 and 400, 300 and 500,000 for your project to go on and get completed in a year. It's very important for dispute the resolution, because within this BQ, supported by other documentation like the agreement prepared by the government of Kenya, one is able to capture in detail any disputes that may arise and a way of resolving them. It is important that the QS gives this documentation to the MC, to the main contractor, so the main contractor, as he's building, he's aware of every step of what he's meant to do, at every step what he's meant to do, and when he's meant to do it. It is very clear, and it spells out what the damages are. It spells out in the preambles how the concrete, say for example, is going to be measured, is going to be done, how the formwork is going to be put up. And these preambles are very important when there is a dispute in terms of workmanship. This is what we refer to and show the contractor, in this document, this is how you are meant to have worked it out. You did not do it, so therefore we are penalizing you, or you have to repeat it because it's a short job. I hope you've learned a lot about what the QS does. For the younger viewers, it's important to know that it's a very rewarding profession. As always, it's become very digital, because a lot of these days we use the digital software that analyzes a bill and do the takeoff what they used to do a long time by hand, and together with the architectural drawing, which is also done in an architectural software, and the QS receives that drawing and puts it into his software, which is a QS software, and within a fairly short time we have a bill of quantities that is as accurate as anything else. So I trust that you've learned the role of a quantity surveyor. It is they're second in many of the building teams. They are second to their architect in leading the team, simply because of their importance in the team. I trust that you'll now view a QS not as an extra appendage, but as a necessary part of the building team. And as a very important point, this document is required every time you seek financing. If your project is going for financing from a financial institution, no matter how small it is, you need a bill of quantities from a registered QS. Thank you for watching The Architect. My name is Edward Mugo, and I pray you subscribe to us, write us an email, shoot us a post on Facebook, and we'll be happy to answer your query. Thank you and God bless you.